Thank you, Yodam. Thank you. All right, well, here we are, Dawg Daze Show. How exciting is this? Welcome to UW. Yeah. We already did that, I'm sorry, but I wanted to welcome you too. Do we have any dog lovers out here?
Yeah.
Yes? Yeah. Okay, all of you are allowed to stay. That's the right answer. If you're a cat person, that's okay too, just get out. You belong in Washington State, Yeah, UW's for dog people, but I know my family actually adopted a new dog not too long ago. She's this sweet, little, fluffy, white, 9-pound imperial teacup Shih Tzu named May. And while that might not sound like the manliest dog in the world, she's not. But I love her anyways because she's turned out to be the perfect dog. She's potty trained, she doesn't bark. Even my mom, who is not a dog person, loves this little thing. But within a few weeks of bringing her home, we did begin to realize that there is one thing that's a little bit off about our new puppy. And I say she doesn't bark, I mean like not when a normal dog would bark. She doesn't, like if someone rings the doorbell or a car drives past, silence. But for whatever reason, she'll randomly start barking at the TV. Certain shows just seem to set this little dog off. For example, if my mom is watching Ellen, quiet. But if she watches Oprah, she goes My little brother watches Friends, silence. But if he switches to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and suddenly it is bark, 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 bark. All right. And at first we couldn't figure out why May was like this. Until one day I was sitting on the couch, channel surfing, when I landed on the Family Feud. And the second that Steve Harvey's mustache appeared up on that screen, that little dog lost her shit. And it dawned on me. Oprah, Will Smith, Steve Harvey, my dog is a racist. She doesn't just randomly start barking at the TV, she barks whenever a black person is on the TV. How does that even happen, you guys? A racist dog? Aren't they supposed to be, man's best friend, not white man's best friend? At first I thought it had to have something to do with the way that May had been raised. But before we adopted her, she'd only ever had one other owner. This little, old, unassuming white woman from Florida. And no, come on, when's the last time you ever heard of an elderly white southern person being racist? Right? So the main problem we have now is, what do we do? What are you supposed to do if you have a racist pet? It's not like PetSmart offers racial sensitivity training, or your anti-Semitic goldfish, or your Ku Klux cat. And honestly, the barking is bad enough, but I'm sure some of you are thinking, why don't I just ask one of my black friends to come and hang out with her so she gets used to it, right? Well, how unfair is that to them? Yeah, hey, Michael, buddy, it's Jordan. Would you mind, my dog saw Obama on the TV again, and it kind of ruined her day. Would you mind coming and hanging out with her until she stops being a racist? Now, all things considered, I'm just glad that dogs can't talk. I mean, barking's bad enough, but what would you do if your dog started dropping racial slurs? Wash her mouth out with soap? I've seen her lick her own butthole and eat rabbit shit off the grass. And it could be worse, it could always be worse. I mean, a racist dog is one thing, but could you imagine if May was, I don't know, a parrot? An animal that actually can talk? I won't lie, I used to think it'd be pretty cool having a talking bird. I teach it to say fun stuff like, Jordan's the best! Or, help, I'm trapped in a parrot's body! But the thing with adoption is you never truly know the animal's backstory, and the last thing I want now is to accidentally wind up with Roseanne Barr's old parakeet. Now seriously, it's embarrassing having my black friends come over when my dog won't stop barking at them. Just picture a parrot. Michael comes over and he walks up to the bird cage saying, Polly, want a cracker? And then he's mad at me because the damn bird thinks that cracker is a white slur and that the appropriate response was the N-word. And I'm stuck having to explain that, no, Michael, I did not teach the bird to say that. I just must have learned it watching some Paula Deen reruns, I don't know. Even if I could find a parrot that wasn't a total racist, I still don't think I'd want one. they seem to be a lot like toddlers. You know, like they don't say any of the words you want them to say, just the inappropriate ones they pick up on their own. You know what I mean? You try and get a baby to say mama or dada, and they never want to do it. But they hear you say penis one time. I just know that if I got a talking bird, it would never say any of the fun stuff, but the second I stub my toe on the corner of the bed and yell out, shit! The bird would never shut up about it. Say hello, birdie. Shit! Does Polly want a cracker? Shit! No, pretty bird, can you say pretty bird? Shitty bird! Shitty bird! Plus, you know, nobody likes a narc, and if you have a pet that literally repeats everything it sees and hears, you never get away with anything. Eat your siblings' leftovers? Break your roommate's favorite bowl? Could you just imagine, for a second, trying to watch porn with a parrot? Your mom comes busting in like, what is going on in here? Nothing, Mom, I was just listening to music. And from out of the corner you hear, I think that it should be mandatory for every elected official to have a parrot on them at all times. The next time there's a big scandal, we can skip all the he said, she said, and just ask the bird what happened. Hey, Bill Clinton's parrot. Are the Monica Lewinsky rumors true? Huh? She's under the table! Like, right now! What about you, Anthony Weiner's parrot? Did the congressman really send out all those dick pics? His name is Wiener! Are we really that surprised? I just think it would be so much easier if we could forget all this talk of fake news and witch hunts and just straight up ask a bird, hey, I don't know what to believe. What do you have to say about the countless women accusing the president of sexual harassment, Mr. Trump's parrot? Grab him by the pussy! All right, that's all for me. Thank you, guys.